Hi, everybody. Hi. I can't see if my glasses are on or off because of the light. So, welcome everybody to the Tennessee Williams Scenes. I'm Kay Kostopoulos. I'm one of the teachers besides Marty Pistone, and we worked on these live theater, which you're going to see first, and then we put everybody on film. And they are fabulous actors. I love these people so much. Some of these people I have known for many, many years and have worked with them for many years. Others are brand new, and they are all phenomenal. Really, really great. And I'd like to ask everybody in the audience and my actors to take a deep breath. Release. I want to hear you go. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, okay. So we're gonna, this is a work in progress, you know, like, it's amazing how these come together. This is the first time they've ever been run in sequence this way in this theater. We've done a lot of rehearsing, but there's always changes. We can always stop and start and go back if there's a problem. And I ask you if you would please hold your applause till the end of the thing. So like some people don't get, yay! Oh, that was good. So hold your applause till the very end, and then when they get up and stand up here, you can give them a rousing applause, okay? So we'll get started any time. So just a breath, and Parker, I'm going to play a little music, and then you can go off. Okay, so do we have everybody?
I just checked the line.
Okay, Sunny.
A couple are back.
They're back, but they want to be back. Okay, cool. Let me just check.
Okay.
So I'm missing Sunny. Does anybody know where he is? Okay. All right, we're going to get started.
Phones on silent, please.
The long hot summer seems to know every time you're near.
What do you know about this mendacity thing? Hell, I could write a book on it. Don't you know that? I could write a book on it and still not cover the subject. Well, I could. I could write a goddamn book on it and still not cover the subject anywhere near enough. Think of all the lies I got to put up with. Pretenses. Ain't that mendacity? Having to pretend stuff you don't think or feel or have any idea of. Having, for instance, to act like I care for Big Mama. I haven't been able to stand the sight, sound, or smell of that woman for 40 years. Even when I laid her, regular as a piston. Pretend to love that son of a bitch of a gooper and his wife May. And those 5 same screechers out there, like parrots in a jungle. Jesus, can't stand to look at them. Church, it bores the bejesus out of me. But I go and I sit there and I listen to the fool preacher. Clubs, elks, masons, Rotary, crap. You, I do like for some reason. Did always have some kind of real feeling of affection, respect. Yes, always. You and being a success as a planter is all I ever had any devotion to in my whole life. And that's the truth. I don't know why. but it is. I've lived with mendacity. Why can't you live with it? Hell, you've got to live with it. There's nothing else to live with except mendacity. Yes, sir?
The long hot summer seems to know every time you're near. And touch.
I guess you think I think a lot of myself.
No,
Now, how about you? Isn't there something you take more interest in than anything else?
well, I do, like I said, have my glass collection.
I'm not right sure I know what you're talking about. What kind of glass is it?
The little articles of it, they're ornaments mostly. Most of them are little animals made out of glass. The tiniest little animals in the world. Mother calls them a glass menagerie. Oh, here's an example of one, if you want to see it.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the oldest. It's nearly 13. Oh, be careful. If you breathe, it breaks.
I better not take it. I'm pretty close to it.
Go on. I trust you with him. There now. You're holding him gently. Hold him over the light. He loves the light. You see how the light shines through him?
It sure does shine.
I shouldn't be partial, but he is my favorite one.
What kind of a thing is this one supposed to be?
Haven't you noticed a single horn on his forehead?
A unicorn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Unicorns, aren't they extinct in the modern world?
I know.
Poor little fella. Must feel sort of lonely.
If he does, he doesn't complain about it. He stays up on the shelf with some other horses that don't have horns, and all of them seem to get along nicely together.
How do you know?
I haven't heard any arguments among them.
No arguments, huh? Well, that's a pretty good sign. Where should I sit?
Put him on the table. They all like a change of scenery once in a while.
Well, look at how big my shadow is when I stretch.
Oh, yes, it stretches across the ceiling.
I think it started raining. Where does the music come from?
From Paradise Dance Hall, across the alley.
Well, how about cutting the rug a little, Miss Wingfield?
Oh, hi.
Or is your program all filled up? Let me take a look at it. Why ever dance is taken? I'll just have to scratch some out. Ah, a waltz.
I can't dance.
There you go, that inferiority stuff.
I've never danced in my life.
Come on, try.
I'd step on you.
I'm not made out of clay.
How do we start?
Just leave it to me. You hold your arms out a little.
Like this?
A little higher. Right. Now, don't tighten up. That's the main thing about it. Relax.
It's hard not to.
Okay.
I'm afraid you can't budge me.
Oh, what do you bet I can?
Goodness! Yes, you can!
Just let yourself go now, Laura. Just let yourself go.
I'm trying.
Not so stiff. Easy does it.
I know, but...
Loosen the backbone. There now. That's a lot better.
Am I?
What? I think, I hope it wasn't a little glass horse with a horn.
Yes.
Is it broken?
Now it's just like all the other horses.
It's lost its...
Horns. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Oh, you'll never forgive me. I bet that was your favorite piece of glass.
I don't have favorite much. It's no tragedy, Freckles. Glass breaks so easily, no matter how careful you are. The traffic jars the shelves and things fall off them.
Still, I'm awfully sorry that I was the cause.
I'll pretend he had an operation. The horn was removed to make him less freakish. Now, Wolby, you'll feel more at home among the other horses.
That's very funny. I'm glad to see you have a sense of humor. You're, well, very different. Surprisingly different from anyone else I know. I hope you don't mind me telling you that. I mean it in a nice way. You make me feel sort of, I don't know how to put it. I'm usually pretty good at expressing things, but this is something I just don't know how to say. Has anyone ever told you that you were pretty? Well, you are, in a very different way from anyone else. And all the nicer because of the difference.
Stirs all the trees, and a bird wants to. You want to move over a little, make some room? I like to swing. I always like to sit and rock on a swing. It relaxes you. You relax? Your nerves are all tied up.
No, you made me feel kind of nervous. All the questions you asked me about the fire.
I didn't ask you any questions about the fire. I only asked you about your husband's leaving the house after supper.
I explained that to you.
Oh, sure, you did. The good neighbor policy. That was a lovely remark your husband made about the good neighbor policy. I see what he means by that now.
He was just thinking about President Roosevelt's speech. We sat up and listened to it one night last week.
Oh, I think he was talking about something much closer to home, Mrs. Megan. You do me a good turn and I'll do you one. That's how he put it. Yeah, this is cotton on your face. Hold still. Let me pick it off. There now.
Thanks.
A whole lot of fine cotton lint floating around in the air.
I know there is. Irritates my nose. I think it gets up to my size.
Now, you're a delicate woman.
Delicate, me? Oh no, I'm way too big for that.
Oh, your size is part of your delicacy, Mrs. Megan.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of you, but every bit of you is delicate. Choice. Delectable, I might say.
Huh?
I mean, you're altogether lacking in any coarseness. You're soft. Fine fiber and smooth.
Our talk has certainly taken a personal turn.
Well, you make me think of cotton.
Huh?
Cotton.
Well, should I say thanks or something?
No, just smile, Miss Megan. You got an attractive smile. Dimple. Yeah. Yes, you have. Come on, smile for me. There, come on. There, you got her.
Please don't touch me. I don't like to be touched.
Well, then why do you giggle?
I can't help it. You make me feel kind of hysterical, Mr. Vaccaro. Mr. Vaccaro,
Yeah.
I hope you don't think Jake was mixed up in that fire. I swear to goodness he was right here on the porch the whole time. I remember it perfectly. We were sitting on the swing until the fire broke out, and then we went into town.
To celebrate?
No.
Well, 27 wagons full of cotton's a pretty big piece of business to fall in your lap like a gift from the gods, Mrs. Megan.
I thought you said we were going to drop the subject.
Well, you brought it up that time.
Well, don't go mixing me up anymore. I swear to goodness the fire had already broke out by the time he got back.
That's not what you told me a moment ago.
Oh my goodness, you got me all twisted up. We went into town, and the fire broke out, and we didn't know about it.
I thought you said it irritated your sinus.
Oh my God, you sure did put words in my mouth. Maybe I should go make a salad.
Don't go to the trouble.
Well, I'm going to go into it. Right now, I'm feeling kind of weak. I don't know what's come over me, but I can hardly keep my eyes open. They keep falling shut. I think it's too crowded too on the swing. Excuse me, I've got to get up. What did you do that for?
I don't want to be deprived of your company yet.
Oh, Mr. Vaccaro, you're getting awfully familiar.
Haven't you any fun-loving spirit?
Well, this isn't fun. Would you mind moving your arm?
Don't be so skittish.
Well, all right, I'll get up, Pen.
Go on.
I feel so weak.
Dizzy? Fuzzy?
Fuzzy and buzzy. Is there something on my arm?
No.
Well, what are you brushing?
Sweat on.
Leave it alone.
Let me wipe.
Oh, please don't touch me. It feels funny.
How's it feel?
It tickles me. All up and down. Oh, I feel so funny. What's the matter with me?
You're big. You're a big kind of woman. I like you. Don't get so excited.
Well, I'm not. But you.
What am I doing?
Suspicions about my husband and ideas you have about me.
Such as what?
He burnt your chin down. He didn't. And I'm not a big piece of cotton. I'm going inside.
I think that's a good idea.
I said I was, not you.
Why not me?
Inside might be crowded with you and me.
Three's a crowd. We're two.
You wait here. Stay out.
What'll you do?
I'm going to go inside and make a picture of lemonade.
Go on in.
What'll you do?
I'll follow.
That's what I figured you were aiming to do. Well, though, stay out.
In sun?
We'll sit back down in the shade. Don't stand in my way.
You're standing in mine.
Oh, I'm dizzy.
You ought to go lie down.
How can I?
Go in.
You follow me.
What if I did?
I'm afraid.
You're starting to cry.
I'm afraid
What up?
of you.
Little.
I'm dizzy. My knees are so weak. I'm like, oh, I gotta go sit down.
Go in.
I can't.
Why not?
You follow me.
Would that be so awful?
You've got a mean look in your eye, and I don't like the whip.
What
You didn't, I swear. Please.
Do what?
The fire.
Go on.
Please don't.
Go on.
Don't. Please don't.
What are you scared of?
You.
Go on.
Please don't.
Go on.
Please don't follow me.
Go on.
The long on the trees, and the bird wants to please my ears. The long hot summer seems to know what a flirt you are. Seems to know your caress is mine to possess. How could someone possess a star?
Christ.
Some man would beat a chick up for less than this.
All right, get up and beat me up, but get up!
Can't you see? I'm already up. Hello, did you miss me?
I don't mean that kind of up, and don't bring your strip show It's here this Sunday afternoon.
Hey, babe, don't remind me of the show today, please.
I'd like to remind you that when I first stumbled into this crazy cohabitation, you promised me to quit the show in a week.
For what? I mean, tight as work is for a dude with 5 grades of school and no skill training from Mississippi Sticks.
Why can't you find something less publicly embarrassing, like a filling station attendant?
Huh?
Well, your choice of employment is no concern of mine now.
Why not, babe?
I'm not babe and I'm not chick.
So you say you're not my chick?
I say I'm nobody's chick.
Any chick who lives with me is my chick.
This is my place. You moved in and stayed.
I paid the rent this month in time.
Half of it! For the first time, my savings being as close to exhaustion as me. Lord, I don't know how I managed to haul you to bed.
You put me to bed last night?
It was much too much exertion for someone in my condition.
Honey, you're pregnant?
Or never be cool enough to get pregnant by a strip show marker.
I don't know, when a chick talks about a condition, don't it mean she's pregnant?
All female conditions are not pregnancy, Ty. Mine is that of a young woman living with a young bum employed by gangsters and using her place as a depository for hot merchandise. Well, they're all packed. You're packed too.
Come to bed, babe.
No, thank you. Your face is smeared with lipstick, as are other parts of you. I didn't know lip glue should cover so much territory.
I honestly don't remember a thing from last night.
Now that I do believe. Here, take some coffee. It isn't instant, but it's percolated.
Percolated? Whose birthday is it?
It's percolated in honor of our day of parting.
Ah, babe, be sweet. I need comfort, not coffee.
You broke a promise to me.
Which one?
Among the many, you used a needle last night. I saw the mark of it on you.
No shit, where?
Right here, on your arm. I just... I've been betrayed by a sensual streak in my nature. Susceptibility to touch. And you have skin like a child. I gladly support you if I had the time or the means to. Time, means, luck, things that run out, that expired. All at once you're stranded.
Jane, lie down with me. Hold me.
I'm afraid we have to hold each other in our memories from now on.
Don't talk to me like that. I never had a rough night like this before. What do I think and remember?
Di, we've had a long spell of dreaming, now we suddenly have to.
Babe, you have any aspirin?
You're past all aspirins, Di. You're past all legal analgesics.
You say words to me, I don't even know what they mean.
Di, I've been forced to make an urgent phone call to someone I never wanted to call.
Call?
And then I packed up your belongings and all that lots you've been holding here. The exertion of packing nearly blacked me out. Trembling, sweating, I had to bathe and change.
Babe.
You're vacating the premises, babe, this afternoon.
Look, if you're knocked up, have the kid. I'm against abortion.
On moral principles?
Just have the kid. The baby will have both her blood in it. I'll pull myself together for the kid.
You did it for me.
Oh, you who? May I intrude once more? It's embarrassing, this incident, not of any importance, not a sacred talk. Oh, Christ. My mattress is filled with bed bugs. Last night I squashed one beside of my phone. It left a big blood spot on my pillow. I told the colored woman that the witch called Lucy, and she told her about it, and she came charging up here demanding to see the bug. He says, I naturally.
Remove from the pillow.
Who would remove the remains of a squashed bed bug from his pillow? No one I'd want any social acquaintance with. She even intimated that I had squashed the coughed up the blood as if I had consumption.
I should think with that persistent cough of yours, you should get more rest.
Restlessness, insomnia. I've suffered from it all my life. I consulted a doctor once and he said, you don't sleep because it reminds you of death. A ludicrous assumption. The only regret I have over leaving this world is that I would leave so much of my serious work unfinished.
Oh, do show me your serious work.
I know why you're using that tone on me.
I'm not taking any
Oh,
tone.
yes, you are. You're very annoyed with me that my restlessness, my loneliness made me so indiscreet as if to offer my attentions to that stupid but physically attractive young man you had on the cot over there with the intentions of saving him for yourself.
Right.
So I do think your tone is a bit hypocritical, don't you?
All right. I do admit I find him attractive too, but I did not make a pass at him.
I heard him warn you.
I simply removed his wet shoes.
Little man, you are sensual, but I am rapacious.
And I am tired.
Too tired to return my visits. Not very appreciative of you, but lack of appreciation is something I've come to accept and to expect. Is if God, alleged, God had stamped on me a sign of birth that said this man will offer his intentions and not be accepted, not by anyone ever.
Oh, please don't light that candle.
The candle is lit.
Do you wish you'd return to your side of the wall? Well, now I am taking a tone, but it's justified. Now please, do get out. Get out, I mean it! When I blow out this candle, I want to be alone.
You know, you're gonna grow into be a selfish, careless man. Turn to no visits, reciprocating no caring.
Why do you predict that?
That little opacity on your left eye pupil mean a thing like that happening to your heart.
You have to protect your heart.
With a shell of calcium, would that improve your work?
So you talk like you have a fever. I don't know what to say.
I have a fever. A fever you'd be hard to catch. A fever to hold. Hold me! Please. Hold me!
I'm afraid I'm tired. I need sleep. And I don't want to catch your cold.
And I don't want to catch yours, which is a cold of the heart. That's a hell of a lot more fatal for a boy with literary pretensions.
I do believe there has been a deterioration in your condition, and you ought to face it. A man's got to face everything sometime and call it by its true name. Go have your lungs x-rayed, and don't receive the doctor's bill when it's sent. But go there quick, and have the disease stated clearly. And don't call it a cold anymore, or a touch of the flu.
You little one-eyed bitch!
I heard you from the kitchen, boy.
The persecution has continued!
Was he molesting you in here? I heard him. Was he molesting you in here? Speak up.
You watch out! I'll get the goods on you yet.
A long, hot summer seems to know the time you're near, and the touch of the breeze gently stirs all the trees, and a bird wants to please my ear. The long, hot summer seems to know what a flirt you are. Seems to know your caress is a mind to possess. How could someone possess a star? But you make me long for me, long before the fall, long before the winds announce that winter
Rondinella, Felice.
Oh.
I will look at window.
Oh, come on.
Signora Della Rosa.
Oh, come on. Dios mío. Dios mío. Madonna.
C'è nessuno.
Sì, sì, sono qui. Sì, sì, sono qui. Is something the matter?
I didn't expect you to be looking so pretty. You are a young little widow.
You are. Dress yourself up.
I've been to the Ideal Barbers. I've got the whole works.
You have rose oil in your hair.
Olio da Rosa. You like the smell of it? You don't like the smell of it. Then I'll wash it out. Go.
Valiente. I like the smell of it. Shall we sit in the parlor?
Guess that's better than sitting here in the dining room. Shall we sit on the sofa?
You take the sofa. I'll take this chair.
Oh, you don't like to sit on the sofa?
I'm leaning back too far in that sofa. I like a straight back behind me.
That chair looks not comfortable to me.
This chair is a comfortable chair.
But it's easier to talk to on a sofa.
I thought just as good on a chair as I do on a sofa. Why do you hit your shoulder like that?
Oh, that's just a nervous habit.
I thought maybe the suit don't fit you so
No,
well.
I bought this suit to get married in 4 years ago.
But didn't get married?
No, I bought her, the girl, a zircon instead of a diamond. She had it examined and the door was slapped in my face.
I think I do the same thing myself.
What, by the zircon?
No, slam the door.
She did not have sincere-looking eyes. You have sincere-looking eyes. Here, give me your hand, so I can tell your fortune. Let's see. I see 2 men in your life. One very handsome. One not so handsome. His ears are too big, but not as big as his heart. He has 3 dependents. 4 dependents.
Dependent.
The one every man's got. His biggest expense, his chief liability, and his worst troublemaker.
I hope you're not talking vulgar. What's in that fancy red box?
Oh, a gift I brought for a pretty little lady.
Chocolates. Oh, grazie, grazie. Oh, but I'm too fat.
Oh, you are not too fat. You are just pleasing and plump.
No, please. Don't make me nervous. If I get nervous, I'll start to cry again.
Well, then let's talk about something to take your mind off your troubles. You say you have a young daughter?
Yes, I got a young daughter. Her name is Rosa.
Rosa. Oh, Rosa. She's pretty.
She has the eyes of her father and his wild, stubborn blood. Today was the day of her graduation from high school. She looks so pretty in a white ball dress with a great big bunch of roses.
But
not no prettier than her mama with that rose in her hair.
She's only 15.
15?
Yes, only 15.
15, but she has a boyfriend, does she?
She met a sailor.
Dio, no wonder you're nervous.
I didn't want her to go out with this sailor. He had full dream in his ear.
Oh, Madonna Santa.
This morning, she cut her wrist. Not much, but enough to bleed with a kitchen knife.
A wild girl.
I had to go on, let her bring him to see me. He said he was Catholic, so I made him kneel down in front of Our Lady there and give her his promise that he will respect the innocence of my Rosa. But how do I know he's Catholic, really?
Poor little worried lady. You have to face facts sooner or later. Your daughter's innocence cannot be respected. Did he have a tattoo?
Did you have a what?
The sailor friend of your daughter's. Did he have a tattoo?
Why do you ask me that?
Just because most sailors have a tattoo.
How do I know if he had a tattoo?
I got a tattoo.
You got a tattoo?
Si, veramente.
What kind of tattoo you got?
What kind do you think I got?
I think you have got a South Sea girl without clothes on.
No South Sea girl.
Or maybe a big red heart with Mama written across it.
Oh, wrong again, Baronessa.
The long hot summer seems to know every time you're near, and the touch of a breeze gently stirs all the trees, and a bird wants to please my ear. The long hot summer seems to know what a flirt you are, seems to know your caress is a mark.
Well, I guess I must be late and you're tired.
Even the hot tamale man has deserted the street and he hangs on till the end. How will you get home?
I'll walk over to Bourbon and catch an owl car.
Is that streetcar named Desire still grinding along the tracks of this town?
I'm afraid you haven't had a very good time tonight, Blanche.
No, I spoiled it for you.
No, you didn't. I just felt that I wasn't much entertainment.
I simply couldn't rise to the occasion is all. I don't know when I've tried so hard to be gay and made such a dismal mess of it. I get 10 points for trying. I did try.
Why didn't you try, Blanche, if you didn't care?
I was just obeying the law of nature.
Which law is that?
The one that says the lady must entertain the gentleman or no dice. You get the door out the good boy. I guess you want to go now?
Can I, kiss you goodnight?
Why do you always ask me if you may?
I'm never sure whether you want me to or not.
Why should you be so doubtful?
Well, that night we parked by the lake and I kissed you,
It wasn't the kiss I objected to. I liked the kiss very much. It was the other little familiarity that I felt obliged to discourage. I didn't resent it. Not a bit in the world. In fact, I was somewhat flattered to think that you desired me. But you know as well as I do that a single girl, a girl alone in the world, has got to keep a firm hold on her emotions or she'll be lost.
Lost?
I guess you're used to girls that like to be lost. The kind that get lost immediately on the first date.
I want you to be exactly who you are, because in all my experience, I've never known anyone like you. Are you laughing at me?
Oh, no, honey. Come on in. The Lord and Lady of the house have not yet returned. So let's have a nightcap. Let's leave the lights off, shall we?
You just do what you want to.
The other room's more comfortable. You go on in. This crashing about in the dark is my search for some liquor.
You want a drink?
No. I want you to have a drink. You've been so anxious and solemn all evening. We have both been anxious and solemn that now, for these last few moments of our lives together, I want to create a joie de vivre. I'm lighting a candle.
That's good.
We're going to be very bohemian. We're going to pretend that we're in a little artist cafe on the left bank of Paris. Je suis la dame en camélia. Vous êtes amante. Understand French?
No.
Vous voulez vous coucher avec moi? Vous ne comprenez pas? Quel dommage. I mean, it's the damn good thing. I found some liquor. Just enough for 2 shots without any dividends, honey.
That's good.
Sit down. Why don't you take off your coat and loosen your collar?
I better leave it on.
No, I want you to be comfortable.
I'm ashamed of the way I perspire. My shirt is sticking to me.
Oh, perspiration is healthy. If people didn't perspire, they'd die in 5 minutes. This is a nice coat. What kind of material is it?
They call that stuff alpaca.
Oh, alpaca.
A very lightweight alpaca.
Oh, lightweight alpaca.
I don't like to wear a wash coat even in the summer because I sweat through it.
Oh.
And it don't look neat on me. Man with a heavy bill's going to be careful what he puts on so he don't look too clumsy.
You're not too heavy.
You don't think I am?
No, you have a massive bone structure and a very imposing physique.
Thank you. Last Christmas I was giving a membership to the New Orleans Athletic Club. It was the finest present I've ever received. I work out there with the weights and I swim. And I try and keep myself fit. When I started there, my belly was getting soft. But now my belly is hard. It's so hard that a man can punch me in the belly and it don't hurt me. Punch me. Go on. See? Guess how much I weigh?
I'd say in the vicinity of 108.
Guess again.
Not that much?
No, more.
Well, you're a tall man and you can carry a good deal of weight without looking awkward.
I weigh 207 pounds, and I'm 6 feet 1 and 1/2 inches tall in my bare feet, without shoes. And that's what I weigh. Strip.
Oh, my gracious me. It's awe-inspiring.
My weight's not a very interesting subject to talk about. What's yours?
My weight?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me lift you.
Oh, see how sweet. Go on, lift me. Well.
You're as light as a feather.
You may release me now.
Huh?
I said unhand me, sir. Now, Mitch. Just because Stanley and Stella are not at home is no reason why you shouldn't behave like a gentleman.
Well, just give me a slap when I step out of bounds.
Oh, that won't be necessary. You're a natural gentleman. One of the very few left in the world. I don't want you to think I have old maid school teacherish or anything. It's just that, well,
Huh?
I guess it's just that I have old-fashioned ideals.
Blanche,
Yes, honey.
can I ask you a question?
Yes. What?
I was talking to my mother about you, and she asked, How old is Blanche? And I couldn't give her an answer.
You talked to your mother about me?
Yes.
Why?
I told her how nice you were and that I liked you.
Were you sincere about that?
You know I was.
Why did your mother want to know my age?
Mother is sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Badly?
She won't live much longer, maybe a couple of months.
Oh.
She's worried because I'm not settled yet.
Oh.
She'd like me to be settled before she...
You love her very much, don't you?
Yes.
I think you have a great capacity for devotion. You'll be lonely when she passes on, won't you? I understand what that is.
To be lonely?
To love someone too once, and the person I loved, I lost.
Died? A man?
He was a boy, just a boy. When I was a very young girl. When I was 16, I made the discovery. Love. But I was unlucky. Deluded. There was something different about the boy. A nervousness, a softness, a tenderness, which wasn't like a man's. Although he was not the least bit effeminate looking, still, that thing was there. He came to me for help. I loved him unendurably, but without being able to help him or help myself. And then I found out, in the worst of all possible ways, by coming suddenly into a room which I thought was empty, that wasn't empty but had 2 people in it. The boy I had married been a man who had been his friend for years. Afterwards, we pretended that nothing had been discovered. Yes, the 3 of us drove out to Moonlight Casino one night, very drunk, laughing all the way. We danced before Sufiana. Suddenly, in the middle of the dance, the boy I had married broke away from me and ran out of the casino. Months later, shot. I ran out, all did, all ran and gathered about the terrible thing at the edge of the lake. He had stuck a revolver in his mouth, then fired, so that the back of his head was blown away. It was because on the dance floor, unable to stop myself, I had turned to him and said, "Miss Ma, I know you disgust me." And then the searchlight that had been turned on the room was turned off again. And ever since, there's been no light brighter than this kitchen candle.
I need somebody. I need somebody too. Could it be you and me, Blanche?
Sometimes there's God so quickly.
Used to know. Used to know your caress is a mind to possess. How could someone possess a
ask of that woman is that she leave me alone. But she can't admit to herself that she makes me sick. Come to having slept with her too many years. Should have quit much sooner. But that old woman, she never got enough of it. And I was good in bed. I never should have wasted so much of it on her. They say you got just so many, and each one is numbered. Well, I got a few left in me, a few, and I'm going to pick me a good one to spend them on. I'm going to pick me a choice one. I don't care how much she costs. I'm going to smother her in minks. Yeah. I'm going to strip her naked, smother her in minks, and choke her with diamonds. Yeah. I'm going to strip her naked, choke her with diamonds, smother her with minks, and hump her from hell to breakfast. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Gently stirs all the trees, and a bird wants to please my ear. The long, hot summer seems to know a bird you are. Seems to know your caress isn't mine to possess.
I don't understand why we can't go in the casino.
You do understand. You're just pretending not to.
Oh, give me one reason.
I'm the minister's daughter.
That's no reason.
You're a doctor. That's a better reason. You can't any more afford to be seen in such a place than I can. Less.
What are you fishing in that pocketbook for?
Nothing.
What have you got there?
Let go.
These sleeping tablets I gave you?
Yes.
What for?
I need one.
Now?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because I nearly died of heart failure in your automobile. What possessed you to drive like that? A demon? Please give me back my tablets.
You want to turn into a dope fiend taking this stuff? I said take one when you need one.
I need one now.
Sit down and stop swallowing air. Hey, what time's the cockfight start?
What time does what start?
They have a cockfight here every Saturday night. Ever seen one?
Perhaps in some earlier incarnation of mine.
When you wore a brass ring in your nose?
Then maybe I went to exhibitions like that.
Well, you're going to see one tonight.
Oh, no, I'm not.
That's what we came here for.
I didn't think such exhibitions were legal.
This is Moon Lake Casino, where anything goes.
And you're a frequent patron?
Oh, I'd say constant.
Then you must be serious about giving up your medical career.
You bet I am. Doctors' lives filled with misery, sickness, and death.
May I be so presumptuous as to inquire what you do when you quit?
You may be so presumptuous as to inquire.
But you won't tell me?
I haven't made up my mind yet, but I've been thinking of South America lately.
Oh.
I've heard that cantinas are lots more fun than saloons, and that senoritas are like caviar among females.
Well, Dorothy Sykes' brother went to South America and was never heard from again. It takes a strong character to survive in the tropics. Otherwise, it's a quagmire.
You think my character's weak?
I think you're confused. Just awfully, awfully confused. As confused as I am, but in a different way.
Yee-haw-ho-hum.
You used to say that as a child, to signify your disgust.
Did I?
Don't sit like that.
Why not?
You look so indolent and worthless.
Maybe I am.
If you must go somewhere, why can't you choose a place with a bracing climate?
There are parts of South America that's cool as a cucumber.
I never knew that.
Well, now you do.
Those Latins all dream in the sun and indulge their senses.
Well, it's yet to be proven that anyone on this earth is crowned with so much glory as the one that uses his senses to get all he can in the way of satisfaction.
Self-satisfaction?
What other kind is there?
Well, I will answer that question by asking you one. Have you ever seen or looked at a picture of a Gothic cathedral?
Gothic cathedrals? What about it?
How everything reaches up, how everything seems to be straining for something beyond the reach of stone or human fingers. The immense stained windows, the great arched doors that are 5 or 6 times the height of the tallest man, the vaulted ceilings, and all the delicate spires, all reaching up for something beyond attainment. Well, to me that is a secret. The principal back of existence, the everlasting struggle and aspiration for more than our human limits have placed in our reach. Who was it who said that oh so beautiful thing? All of us under gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars.
Mr. Oscar Wilde.
Well, regardless of who said it, it's still true. Some of us are looking at the stars.
It's no fun holding hands with gloves on, Miss Alma.
Well, that's easily remedied. I'll just take the gloves off.
Christ, Rosa Gonzalez is dancing at the casino.
You are unhappy. You hate me for depriving the company inside. Well, you'll escape by and by. You'll drive me home and come back out by yourself. I've only gone out with 3 young men, and all seriously. And with each one, there was a desert between us.
What do you mean by a desert?
Oh, wide stretches of uninhabitable ground.
Maybe you made it that way by being standoffish.
I made quite an effort of 1 or 2 of them.
What kind of effort?
I tried to entertain them the first few times. I would play and sing for them in the rectory parlor.
You fought in the next room and the door half open.
I don't think that was a trouble.
What was the trouble?
I didn't have my heart in it. A silence would fall between us. You know, a silence.
Yes. I know a silence.
He tried to talk, and I tried to talk, and neither would make a go of it.
The silence would fall.
Yes. Enormous silence.
Then you go back to the piano.
I twist my ring. Sometimes I twisted it so hard that the band cut my finger. He'd look at his watch, and we both know that the useless undertaking had come to a close.
You call it quits.
Quits is what we call it. 1 or 2 times I was rather sorry about it.
But you didn't have your heart in it.
None of them really engaged my serious feelings.
You do have serious feelings of that kind.
Doesn't everyone? Sometimes?
Some women are cold. Some women are what is called frigid.
Do I give that impression?
On the surface, you have a lot of excitement. A great deal more than any other woman I've met. So much so you have to carry those sleeping pills with you. The question is why?
What are you doing that for?
So I can kiss you.
Do you want to do that?
Oh, Miss Alma. Miss Alma.
Not Miss anymore, just Alma.
Miss Alma. No, Alma suits you better. Miss suits you better. This is so hard to forget you're a preacher's daughter.
There's no reason for me to forget that I'm a minister's daughter. The minister's daughter is no different from any other young lady that tries to remember that she is a lady.
Oh, this lady stuff, is it so important?
Well, maybe not to the sort of girls that you maybe used to bring into Moonlight Casino. But suppose that someday you married the woman that you selected to be your wife, and not only your wife, but the mother of your children. Wouldn't you want her to be a lady? Wouldn't you want her and they, as her precious children, could look up to with very deep respect.
There's more between a man and woman besides respect. Did you know that, Miss Alma?
Yes,
There's such a thing as intimate relations.
thank you for telling me that so plainly.
It may strike you as unpleasant, but it has a great deal to do with connubial felicity, as you'd call it. There's some women that just give in to a man as a sort of obligation imposed upon them by the cruelty of nature. And there you are.
There I am?
Speaking generally.
Oh,
Cockfight style.
well, since you've spoken so plainly, I'll speak plainly too. There are some women that would turn a possibly beautiful thing to nothing more than the coupling of peace.
You're right about that.
But love is what you bring to it. Some people just bring their bodies, but there are some people, there are some women, John, that they bring their hearts to it. They bring their souls to it.
Souls again, huh? Those Gothic cathedrals you dream of. Your name is Alma, and Alma is Spanish for soul. Sometime I'd like to show you a chart of the human anatomy that I have in the office. It shows us what our insides are like. And maybe you can show me where the beautiful soul is located on that chart. Let's go watch the cockfight.
No.
I know something else we can do. There are rooms above the casino.
I had heard that you made suggestions like that to girls you were out with, but I refuse to believe such stories were true. What made you think that I might be amenable to such a
You
suggestion?
mentioned your pulse in the office the night you ran out because you couldn't sleep.
The night I was ill and went to your father for help?
It was me you went to.
I went to your father. You would call your father.
Fingers frozen stiff
Oh,
when I...
I want to go home, but I won't go home with you. Boy, call a taxi.
I'll call one for you, Miss Alma.
You are not
Taxi!
a gentleman.
Taxi!
Not a gentleman.
Long before the winds announce that winter's come to call.
Go where? Crap. When you're gone from here, boy, you are long gone and nowhere. The human machine ain't not no different than the animal machine or the fish machine or the bird machine or the reptile machine or the insect machine. It's just a goddamn lot more complicated and harder to hold together. Yep, I thought I'd had it. The earth shook under my foot and the sky came down like the black lid of a kettle and I couldn't breathe. Today, I took the first free breath in. God, how many years? 3?
The long hot summer seems to know every time you're near, and the touch of a breeze gently stirs all the trees, and a bird wants to please my ear. The long hot summer seems to know what word you are, seems to know your caress is a mind to possess. How could someone possess a star? But you may long for me, long before the fall, long before.
You knocked yourself out.
Did we sleep here together?
Yes, but I did not molest you.
Should I thank you for that or accuse you of cheating?
I like you. You're a nice monster.
Your voice sounds young. Are you young?
I'm 29.
That's young for anybody but an Arab. Are you very good looking?
I used to be the best looking boy in town.
How large is the town?
Hair-sized.
Well, I may have done better, but I've certainly done worse.
What are you doing now, princess?
The tactile approach.
You do as if you're feeling a piece of goods to see if it is a genuine silk or pony.
It feels like silk. Genuine. This much I do remember, that I love bodies to be hairless, silky, smooth, gold.
Do I meet those requirements?
You seem to meet those requirements, but I have the feeling something is not satisfied in the relation between us.
Well, some things have to be settled before there's an absolute agreement.
Give me the phone.
You like to give orders, don't you?
It's something I seem to be used to.
How would you like to take them and be a slave?
I said give me the phone.
I know. And I said for what?
Will you give me the phone?
Relax. Take it easy.
No, please let go of me.
Lean back against me. Don't you feel secure with me, huh?
It gives you a terrible feeling, this memory block. I feel as if someone I love had died and I don't want to remember who it could be.
Do you remember your name?
Yes, I do.
What is your name?
I think there's some reason I prefer not to tell you.
I happen to know your real name. You registered under a phony name at Palm Beach, but I discovered your real one, and you admitted to it.
I'm the Princess Cosmonopoulos.
Yes, and you used to be known as?
No! Stop! Will you let me do it? Quietly, in my own way? Where's the stuff?
What stuff?
Did you leave it in the car?
Oh no, it's right here. Wait. This is not pot. What is it?
Don't you know what it is, you beautiful, stupid young man? It's hashish. A rocket. The finest.
Hash. How did you get it through customs?
I didn't get it through customs. You talk too much. You ask too many questions. I need something. Quick.
Here. Smoke.
Yes, smoke. And then the young Glovers.
Me?
You. Yes, finally, you.
I must have inspired a great deal of confidence in you, huh?
If that's the case, then I've gone crazy. Now, tell me something. What's that body of water out there? That sea?
The Gulf.
The Gulf?
The gulf of misunderstanding between you and me.
We don't understand each other and we like your smoking this stuff?
Oh, Princess, don't forget that this stuff is yours.
What's mine?
You brought it into the country, you smuggled it through the customs into US, and you had a fair supply of it at the hotel.
What are you trying to prove?
That you don't deny that you introduced this to me.
Boy, I doubt very much I have any vice I need to introduce to you.
Don't call me boy.
Why not?
It's condescending. And all my vices were caught from other people.
What are you trying to prove?
Nothing. Just making sure your memory's cleared up now.
Of course it is, Carl.
My name is not Carl, it's Chance.
You called yourself Carl.
Well, keep an extra name in my pocket.
You're not a criminal, are you?
No, ma'am, not me. You are the one that's committed a federal offense.
Are you holding out for something?
I don't have any faith in you.
You're wise. However, I have the feeling there's been a certain amount of intimacy between us.
A certain amount? No more. I wanted to hold your interest.
Well, you miscalculated. My interest always increases with satisfaction.
Then you're unusual in that respect too.
Do you have any talent?
For what?
Acting, baby. Acting.
I'm not so sure of it as I once was. Something always blocks me.
What do you know? Fear.
Not fear. Terror. Otherwise, would I be a goddamn caretaker? Hauling you across country? Picking you up when you fall? Would I be?
Carl!
Chance, my name is Chance Wayne, you're stoned!
Chance, come back to your youth. Leave this false, ugly hardness
And be took on by every con merchant I meet, huh?
I am not a phony, believe me.
Then what is it you want? Come on, princess, tell me.
Chance, come here. Come here, let's comfort each other a little.
You know what, princess? All this conversation has been recorded.
Are you serious about this attempt to blackmail me?
Oh, you better believe me.
And if I shouldn't comply with this order of yours?
You still gotta know. You don't want FBI to get hold of one of these tapes, do you?
You're trembling and sweating. You see, this part doesn't suit you. You just don't play it well.
Here, start signing them or...
Or what? Go take a shower in cold water. Oh, you I do want and will accept still, under certain circumstances which I will make very clear to you.
Start signing them. Here, now.
Put this away. And your leaky fountain pen, too. When monster meets monster, one monster has to give way, and it will never be me. Chance, I need that distraction. It's time for me to find out if you're able to give it to me. I want you.
Aren't you ashamed, little?
Of course I am. Aren't you?
More than a little.
Go then. Go to the moon, you selfish dreamer.
I didn't go to the moon. I went much further. For time is the longest distance between two places. Not long after that, I was fired for writing a poem on the lid of a box. I left St. Louis. I descended the steps of this fire escape one last time. From then on, I followed in my father's footsteps, attempting to find in motion what was lost in time. I traveled around a great deal. The city swept beneath me like dead leaves. Leaves that were brightly colored, but torn away from the branches. I would have stopped, but I was pursued by something. I was always caught unawares, taking me by surprise. Perhaps it was a familiar piece of music. Perhaps it was a tiny piece of transparent glass. Perhaps I'm walking along the street at night in some strange city before I've found companions. I passed a lighted shop, perfume shop. I look into the window. The window is filled with glass. Tiny pieces of glass. Shattered like a rainbow. Then all at once, my sister touches my shoulder. I turn and look at her. Oh, Laura. Laura. I've been more faithful than I ever intended to be. I grab a cigarette. I cross the street. I run into a bar or the movies. I sit with the nearest companion. Anything to blow your candles out. Nowadays, the world is lit by lightning. Blow your candles out, Laura. And so goodbye.
I know. Believe me, I know that it was only Skipper that harbored even any unconscious desire for anything not perfectly pure between you two. Now let me skip a little. You married me early that summer we graduated out of Ole Miss. And we were happy. weren't we? We were blissful. Yes. Oh. Get heaven together every time that we love. Fall, you and Skipper turned down wonderful offers of jobs so that you could keep on being football heroes, pro football heroes. You organized the Dixie Stars that fall so you two could keep on being teammates forever. Something wasn't right. Something was not right with it. Me included, between you two. Skipper began hitting the bottle. You got that spinal injury. Couldn't play the Thanksgiving game in Chicago. Had to watch it on TV from Attraction Day in Toledo. I joined Skipper. Dixie Stars lost because poor Skipper was drunk. Oh, we drank together that night
all night in the bar of the Blackstone. And when cold day was coming up over the lake, and we were coming out drunk to take a dizzy look at it, I said, Skipper, you stop loving my husband, or tell him he's got to let you admit it to him one way or another. He slapped me hard on the mouth. He turned and ran without stopping once. I am sure all the way back to his room at the Blackstone. When I came to his room, scratch. He shot a mouse at his door. That's when he made that poor little ineffectual attempt to prove that what I had said wasn't true. In this way, I destroyed him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to whitewash my behavior, Brick. Christ, no. I'm not good. I don't know why people have to pretend to be good. Nobody's good. I mean, the rich, the well-to-do can afford to respect moral patterns, conventional moral patterns, but yeah, I could never afford to. But I'm honest. Yeah, I'm honest. Will you give me credit for that? Just that. Please. Was born poor, raised poor, expect to die poor, unless I can manage to get us something out of what Big Daddy leaves when he dies of cancer. Brick, Skipper is dead. Skipper is dead. Skipper is dead. But I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Maggie the cat. Maggie the cat. I'm alive! I am alive!
The long
not everything, just a few scenes that we've done. We actually filmed and then edited and put production value in so that you can see this class basically is from stage to film, so they can see themselves the difference of working with camera
and they're quite a bit shorter.
Yeah, they're a lot shorter. Well, about 2 minutes.
Thank you everybody for coming and thank you.
You just pick it up.
You're sitting